Most people are too busy making a living to make any money. I identified with that saying so much, I even became embarrassed by it. I felt that way before, even when I ran my own businesses back in the day. When I worked in other businesses, it was even more clear. You name it, I probably did it. I owned businesses, I trained people to get into businesses, I managed businesses, and I even sold businesses for franchisors. I am sure how I felt wasn't much different than how you're probably feeling right now. Like running on a wheel, the faster and harder I worked, the more I worked, and the faster I would go, but going absolutely nowhere. While working for others, I always felt more responsibility thrust upon me, but not the pay or the compensation for the added stress and responsibility. Let's face it, we see it all around us, how our jobs have changed. Fear of being replaced or displaced or outsourced. Replaced by a worker who gets paid a lot less than we do, displaced by a software, or our position outsourced altogether. I really hope it never happens to you. But what if it does? Maybe this complete instant online business can be your backup plan for your life and security for you and your family, knowing you will always have a way to make money by creating a revenue stream even while you work for your current employer. Look, I sold franchises, franchise businesses, master franchise licenses, both in Canada and the United States. Even the business I owned previously before, or I managed or worked for, even though they were in high demand, they were professional and had high profit margins, they all came with risk. The risk of rent, equipment, employees, franchise fees, debt servicing, mortgages, they all made it a risky business. And the most risky of all things, inventory. Inventory makes or breaks a business. Having too much inventory or not having enough inventory. But what a great industry I was in. What a great opportunity that I was part of. What a business. In Canada alone, this business continues to grow year after year with sales over $4 billion. Who buys this stuff anyways? Just about everybody. In the USA, in the United States of America, the industry is over $50 billion a year. And this is not a business that's stagnant. It continues to grow. I've included some sales figures over the last 5 or 6 quarters, and you can see each and every quarter there's a growth over the previous year. Even in Australia and in New Zealand, over the last 5 years, this industry has grown by 40 or 45%. What a great industry. It is everything and anything that can be printed upon to promote an individual or a corporation. Here are 5 important reasons why this industry continues to grow. 84% of all people receiving items have instant brand recall. They remember who gave that item to them. 62% of businesses or people did businesses because of those items. It is the lowest cost per impression. It outweighs print ad, radio, TV, and even flyers. Nothing else can compete with this. It has improved impressions. Customers view businesses that gave them an ad specialty more favorably. And the most quintessential item is that the typical product that is given is kept for, on average, 7 months, and many are used by the customers each and every day. Even a pen, probably the pen that's in your hand right now taking down notes, has a logo on it. I have one that I did for a customer, ProLine Auto Glass, and it's very similar to the pen that you're seing on the screen. Did you know that this pen is seen over 363 times a month? That it's top of mind. The logo on that pen is noticed 85% of the time. And 52% of the persons holding that pen has done business by the person giving that pen. Even a mug is seen over 250 times a month. And the logo on that mug is top of mind 84%. 65% of the people holding that mug has done business with the person from whom it was given. You see it all around you. Signs, banners, corporate gifts. This industry is all around you. Recognitions and awards. And this could be even for sports teams or your local charities. These items are seen on average 221 times a month. And the name and the logo on there is recognizable 85% of the time. 77% of the people have done business with a company that had given them. It is obvious the demand of this business that has this kind of items in it. But you can even sell directly to the customer. The personalized gift market has extremely high profit margins and is a market all unto itself. When you factor in fundraising and charities, there really is no limit to whom you can sell these items to. Any milestone or event is a money-making opportunity. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, communions, anniversaries, annual family picnics, even selling on eBay. What an opportunity! It's not just things to sell, though. It is promotional marketing, which is the lifeblood of all business. You're selling billboards on everything. Look around you. The business is all around you. You see it everywhere, even billboards on buses. Yes, that's right. You are selling billboards on pens, mugs, t-shirts. You are making billboards on every single item on earth. T-shirts, clothes, jeans. It's an exciting, prestigious business. Did you know there's over 750,000 unique items that can be printed upon? Most people don't know where to get it from. They are at a loss. And now they can go to you and come to your website, fill in their request form, and get it from you. You instead send it to your supplier, which there are over 3,000 of. Ask them for a quote. Take the best quote for your customer because it's just good business. You make 35 to 40% markup on the cost just for doing that. Imagine, just for doing that with no liability. The supplier takes all the risk. He carries the inventory. He does the work, and then he ships it to the customer. You can't have a better business than this, even if you tried. In relation to the investment, the time, and knowledge that you have to put in to do a business, you might even have to take a whole course in business before you can get into most businesses, but not this one. You are helping businesses promote their brand. This includes loyalty building and employee recognition with rewards. And fundraising and charities. Everywhere you go, you see all those items emblazoned around any kind of event. Somebody sells it to them. And of course, schools and sports teams. That's when I had my eureka moment. After reading The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss, it dawned upon me that I've been working too hard for too long, and I had to get working smarter and creating an easier way of making a living. Thomas Friedman in The World is Flat is quoted, "It has never been easier in the history of humankind to start a business with little to no capital and make money overnight." He goes on further to state, Fortune 500 companies are not scared of competition from other companies. or corporations today, but rather individuals, even those working from their basements or garages, for they have no overhead and can refocus on a different market immediately. So how can you get into this right away without delay, even if you're working full-time with another company? This business doesn't require more than a few hours a day. There is no part-time or full-time in this business. This business can be done from your laptop. From anywhere that your laptop can go or be taken, you're in business. And all the work is done by somebody else. You couldn't have a better opportunity. You couldn't have a better way. No anxiety, no worries, no stress business. That's why I call it an EEE business. Easy, effortless, and enjoyable. That's what I did for me. Now I wanted to share it with you. I've made it easy, effortless, and enjoyable. Everything is on a stick so you can run your business, just like that memory stick that's on the screen there. All the forms, all the procedures, all the processes, all the marketing pieces, even the marketing plan itself, and checklists to follow step by step, a business that can almost run itself. I wish I had something like this when I started my career over 25 years ago. 25 years of hard work, lost time, but now have created this business on a stick for you today. Ronald Reagan has been quoted as saying, "They say hard work never hurt anybody, but I figure why take the chance?" And that's exactly right. Let's work smarter. Hope is passion for what is possible. My passion was to create an easier life for me, to get out of that rat race, if you will, running around on that wheel and actually enjoying what I want to do because the business is easy to do. This is what I did before, as I call cyberspace versus retail space. I sold these businesses before. An investment of $250,000 to $350,000. I look upon it as a dinosaur with a pacemaker, because it has a building and a model that will soon become extinct because its debt, its overhead will lead it into extinction. And this will clearly make it visible to you. To get into that kind of business, you had to pay a franchise fee of $30,000 to $50,000 just to join the organization. And that franchise fee was to do your training and to get you part of the company. And then moving on, you would have to pay 6% royalties on everything you would sell. 6% would go back to the franchisor just to have the moniker on your door. Not to mention the ongoing rent for the building and the utilities to heat it and light the building. Not to mention the cost of the equipment and the maintenance and upkeep of the equipment. And of course, you'll need employees to make sure they can use the equipment to make product to sell. And inventory. The riskiest of all things. Not only that, but even when you had your store, got started, you only could sell in an exclusive territory. You were restricted where you could sell. But today, with $600 for a laptop, manned with that laptop and the cost of training, you can compete with any business head to head. Because there is no franchise fee to be paid. There is no royalties, no inventory, no overhead, and there is no restricted trade area. You can sell to anywhere you want to. You can stay local or go global. It is the complete business. It fulfills a need because there's a huge demand. That's why you get into this business. You can sell business to business or business to consumer, directly to the consumer itself. It's a recession-resistant business, as I showed you in the earlier slides. The business grows even in the worst economic times that we've had in the last 5 years. That's why it is called, it is being defies obsolescence. It grows even when everything else is shrinking. So the value is not on the product, but on the market. It makes money. That's why it's a good business. This is your complete business. It's online. You don't need a store. You don't have to rent anything. You can go global or stay local. It's like a remote control business. Wherever your laptop goes, you're in business. All you need is an internet connection. And you can go and get an internet connection in any coffee shop, even on a cruise ship. You can get somebody to run your business for you. So you can be an absentee owner. That means that your business is easily transferable or sellable. And it's mobile and adaptable. If some market niche is available for you to market a product, you can focus on that. And in the next 5 minutes, totally turn your focus 180 degrees somewhere else. No corporation, no big company can do that, but you as an individual have access to that kind of power. There is no face-to-face selling if you don't want. You get customers online. It is easy, effortless, and enjoyable. So this business does cater business to business, or as they say in the industry, B2B. You have a proven marketing plan. You have databases to sell to. You can do direct sales if you wish. You even have catalogs, e-version and print versions to get your customers. Direct to the consumer. You can sell anything to anybody via your news store, which is eBay, Craigslist, Kijiji, Angie's List. They're all there for you, working for you. This is one product that I created, and all it took was a little bit of imagination. I took 4 mugs, created a theme, a motif, and imprinted words and sayings on them and packaged them up into a nice, easy set. Did you know that I sold over 50 sets last week alone on eBay? Not only that, you have the opportunity with your business is to sell B to B to C, meaning wholesaling. You can have individuals selling the product for you. All it takes is imagination. I created a market by creating the product. Now I have individuals wanting to sell that product in their stores. Here's an example of no face-to-face selling. This is an order that I did about a month ago. An individual just went online and was inquiring about this particular pen right here. And it's a flashlight pen with a light. And the customer was interested in only 500 of these flashlights. Why I say only 500 is my average pen order is from 1,000 to 5,000 pens. Through email, we exchanged logo information that was to be printed on. I, in turn, sent it to the supplier for him to put their logo on the pen. As I said, he ordered 500 of these pens. The order itself was about $1,400. And that is probably the average order that I've done in the last year, $1,200 to $1,500. And in this particular instance, I made $530, net profit of 38%. For what? Taking his order, ensuring his logo is on the pen, and ordering it from the supplier. He paid me, I paid the supplier, and I kept $530 just for doing that. Here's another example. Somebody went online looking for a lanyard for an event. And that lanyard that sits around the neck, after communicating with a few times with the customer, I understood that this was part and parcel of a grander event, a general annual assembly. By asking the right questions and following up, part of the marketing and training that you will receive, This order grew from a lanyard order into what you see on the screen, a $44,000 order. I'm not saying that these orders come in all the time. No, not at all. But when they do come, you do have the resources to handle it and get it done. And more importantly, if you get one of these orders, you can pay off your investment in one single order. You can pay probably a whole bunch of outstanding bills all in one fell swoop. You can even make money while you clean your teeth. I'm going to tell you a story of an individual who went in for his cleaning. After going to the front desk, he dropped off his catalog at the reception area, where the office manager and the dentist were browsing and flipping through his catalog. While he was with the hygienist getting his teeth cleaned, they continued to go and browse through the catalog. When the individual finished his teeth cleaning and was going up to the front counter to settle his bill, he was not out of pocket at all, because instead of being out of pocket for paying for the teeth cleaning, he walked out of that dentist office with a $2,800 order with the item that's on your screen right there. Well, of course, with the dentist logo on it. This is not an example of face-to-face selling. This is more of an example of mouth-to-mouth selling. So here you go, your instant online business. It's like having a business in a box. You can start selling right now. It's ready to go. All that you need is on that USB stick. All you need is a laptop and an internet connection. We do everything for you. You don't have to wait. We'll even give you e-catalogs that you can send to your prospective clients right now. You can go global or stay local. It's all up to you. You have a web presence. You have a web page, and people can go on there and order and don't even have to deal directly with you. It's a total turnkey operation and business. We do everything for you. We give you your website. We give you your catalogs. We give you all the training needed to be successful in this business. It is easy, effortless, and enjoyable. So what do you get? Well, first of all, you get the security and the knowledge you have a backup plan for your life. You have a total turnkey business where you don't have to sweat worrying what to do next. It is all done for you. You get catalogs, e-versions, and print catalogs like you see on the screen. You have you get your training with an additional 10 CD resource library, so if you've forgotten something or not sure, you can always go back and check it out. But that's not a necessity, because you're going to get ongoing support as well. A phone call away or an email away will help you make sure that you're doing the right things for your business. You get a marketing plan. Just creating a marketing plan itself may take you 6 months. It's already done for you. Not like the other business. This is even better because you can sell business to business, business directly to the consumer, or even wholesale, B to B to C. We offer 2 packages for you. A Fast Track Pro package with all the bells and whistles to do everything, web maintenance, writing blogs, doing advertising, editorial pieces. But we also know there's individuals out there that all they need is a starter package, the basics to get started making money right away. Incidentally, if you were to put time, energy, and effort into creating your own catalog right here with your name on it, which you get in full color, you would probably invest about 3 to 4 months of time and about $75,000 to create something. You get that as part of your package with your name on it. What else could you ask for? Questions you might have up to this point. Say, Don, can I be successful in doing this business? Well, what makes someone successful in business? Who's to say? Most people fail in business. And if you were to try on your own, maybe you would succeed, but statistics will tell you otherwise. Most business failures are not the business, but rather the person running the business. Because they don't have the right mindset to run the business. They most likely have an employee mindset. But the key training you will receive as part of your package is that of becoming and having an entrepreneur mindset. It is what mindset that makes one successful. It is part and parcel of your training that you will receive. How much money can I make? The truth is, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball that I can gaze into and say, you'll make so much the first week, that much after the first month, and this much the first year. But what I do know, it is all up to you. Almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. And let me tell you a true story to demonstrate that. When I was working with a fast food company, we had a corporate store that was going to become available for the franchise network. The store was doing about $21,000 in sales. The average of the franchise stores were doing about $28,000 to $30,000. I always found that funny that a corporate store couldn't run as efficiently as a franchise store. But anyways, we had 3 prospects interested in buying the store. And we called them into our head office and we sat down at the table and we gave them all the information about the store, the rent, the marketing dollars, the advertising, the employee roster, all that. And we went around the table and the first franchisee said he could get that store up to about the current average of $28,000, and that's why he'd want to buy it to expand his existing network. The second prospect, knowing the area a little bit more in depth, said he could get the store doing $32,000 a week in sales. And the third prospect said he could get that store to $40,000 a week in sales. You can guess who I awarded that franchise to. It was not a surprise, no, not to anyone, that that store hit $40,000 a week in sales just after 3 months. It is your belief in what you can do with what you have. We give you all the system. And in this business, what you choose to make out of this system is solely up to you. I am not a millionaire, but I know those who are. They're my circle of influence and my circle of friends. And it is easy to see how they do it. My liberty, my time is my success. And I have and I live a very comfortable life. Can I sell this business later? Absolutely. This business is designed to be run as an absentee ownership, meaning that you can sell it at any time because it's transferable and sellable. Let it make some money so you can have goodwill to sell. But I would much rather see you keep it as a legacy to pass on to your children and grandchildren so they will always have a means of making money. Goodwill is an asset and can be sold at any time. How soon can I get started in this business? Well, it's all up to you. Today, tomorrow, a total turnkey business is ready to open. You can start getting customers right now. Guess what? We all know somebody that might be interested in this, even right now. How much does it cost? Well, I am very sensitive to each individual's situation. I know that some must have the Fast Track Pro package with all the bells and whistles, advanced technical training for website maintenance, blogging, creating marketing pieces, advertising, editing, lettering, with long-term training and additional support. And I also know others just need a starter package that has all the basics to start getting orders right away, making money today using the templates already contained on that memory stick. I will customize to your needs and budget. So in summary, the old versus the new. There's the old way of making money and the new way of making money in this new world. The world has changed. We know it. We see it every day. I told you what this business is all about. It's actually an easy, effortless, and enjoyable business to run, and it's in high demand, and it continues to grow. It is a stress-free, obsolescence-proof business because it's not tied to products. It is tied to marketing. It's a market-driven business. It is not a product-driven business. Well, what do you do next? Well, if you still have questions, just call or email me or schedule a meeting. That's even better. But don't wait. Don't forget there's a special offer for you. This is the way you can get in touch with me with that. And I want to give you the special offer. And the special offer is that if you call or email me within the next 24 hours, look, I don't know if you're going to get into this business right away or even next month or even 6 months from now or even a year from now. But all you have to do is call or email and I'll guarantee you a 10% savings for just listening on to this webinar this evening. Look, if you can get into this business, there will be a sudden transformation and it will bring you a total change in your outlook by bypassing hard work. Some will call it luck, some will say self-sacrifice, and in time you will have a fantastic life and be strong and free. It will even bring a better outlook while you work for someone else because you have an alternative, another way to make money. And you will be able to face another day working there. Just do it right now. As I had promised earlier, I'm going to give you a free gift, a very powerful gift that is no better. It's no better gift than the gift to empower you to be whatever you want to be. And it's a book by James Allen, As a Man Thinketh. And what I'm going to do for you for listening on to tonight's webinar is I'm going to email you a link for a free download of your e-copy, e-version. It's not a hard, it's e. We're in a different world. We're in the electronic world, and this is that book. Look, you can go to college and pay $40,000 and no guarantee you'll have a good job. Even if you do, you may be outsourced or moved around by the company, by your employer's will, never being in control over your life and being indebted to the cost of 2 years of that education and living expenses to do so. This business, you can create the goose that lays the golden egg. Not just one, many. Even be in a position to hire an MBA later to expand your business to that size anyways. I personally wouldn't. I would outsource my MBA. So the choice is yours. So there it is. What do you really have to lose? Give me a call. Make sure you earmark your 10% savings on either package, the Fast Track Pro package or the basic package, just by calling or emailing me. I look forward to hearing from you.